This game, you put on your Wellington boots, you know, you grab your equipment, you go out, you unclog the drains, help to save the town from being flooded, and all that kind of good stuff. You get to use lots of exciting different equipment to try and achieve this, and the water physics in this game look really impressive as well. So let's go ahead, let's go and play. We're going to start a brand new game here. We're going to go on to empty number 1. Slot number 1, I did download the demo. I had a quick go just to see if my PC could play it properly. But we're going to go to empty here, and we're going to start off here with the tutorial. All local roads out of the city are blocked.
That has blocked all access roads. This extended isolation has prevented emergency.
Okay, so we have a flooded street there. And we've got our trusty plunger. And it's going to be our job to go and empty the streets. Drain sim! Here we go. So guys, look at the graphics in this game, right? This is actually impressive. Look how good this game looks. It blew me away, like the first time I saw it. And look, as we walk into the water, you can see the little ripples from our body as we move through the water here. And the water physics are just something else, like I say. So we want to open our map, it says. Okay, open our map. So we have our tablet here. And we can see basically all the flooding around the street. So we've got flooding in the basement, flooding in the backyard, and we've got flooding in the main street there. So press E to pick up the rake. Okay, so I want to go back here. We want to go pick up the rake. Okay, we have our rake. And we're going to make our way back into the flooded street. Search for the storm drain in this area. Okay, so we've got a load of muck here blocking up this drain, so we want to get rid of this. So if we keep raking this... Yep, we can hear the water beginning to funnel through the drain. Okay, we're getting there slowly. Let's keep going, let's keep going. Is that the best we can do? Let me just try and move a little bit here. Okay, it's going smaller. And it's gone. Perfect. So you can see the water is beginning to drain there. That's great. So we need to move to the next one here. Okay, perfect. Let's grab this one. And now we've got 2 drains empty. Perfect. Okay, clean the drain by pressing primarily action button. Okay, perfect. So we've got both of those going there. So let's pull up our map. And it looks like... Do we have more drains? It looks like we have more drains as well. So let's just keep moving along here. I'm just going to check if there's any more drains here. So that looks to be... I think that's most of the drains there. I'm just going to check on this side. Let me just rake the rest of... Let me just rake the rest of this away quickly. Can we get rid of that? Yep, okay, perfect. So that's all gone. And I think that's pretty much it. Do we just leave this to drain? I think we do. Okay, so the water's pouring in there. The water's pouring in through that drain there. So if we just leave that. In the top left-hand corner, you can also see we've got the water level overall and we've got the street as well. Okay, perfect. So do we want to head back up here? Is there anything that we can grab from over here? I don't think there is. So going back to our map here. We can see the map updating in real time as well. So you can see the colors changing depending on the depth of the water, which is really nice. Okay, I keep pressing the wrong button there, I apologize. So I just want to double check that there's no more drains over here that we're missing. So, I see. So as the water floods down, more of the debris gets caught. So we just have to to make sure that the drains are still empty. Because the water's gonna, you see here, it clogs back up again. So we have to keep on top of this to make sure. There you go, perfect. Okay, so find the storm drain. Okay, so we found the storm drain. Hold the secondary action button to scrape the storm drains. Keep scraping until you see bubbles. Okay. Okay, so do we just go back and forth like this? Okay, perfect. Let's keep going here. It's getting smaller. Let's keep going. We're almost there. One more. Okay, perfect. So we can see that the street is really beginning to, the water's really beginning to drain out of this street now. This is looking great. But look at this water physics. It's so good. It really is good. And you can see in the top left-hand corner, the street level is rapidly going down now, which is great. Okay, so open up the map here. The red regions on the heat map define where the water needs to be drained. Go to the backyard. Okay, so let's start making our way over to the backyard. So we want to go around this way. Yeah, this looks much better now. Like, all of the water over here has completely disappeared. That's absolutely perfect. So we're going to make our way around to the back. Let's see what the situation is around here. Okay, so we have this giant hole full of water here. So turn on the power, it says. Okay, so we want to head into the basement here. Is it really a good idea to be messing with electrics when there's loads of water in here? Okay, we're going to turn that on. What have we got here? So we want to pick up this. Interact with the broken pipe. Okay, so we have a broken pipe here as well. Okay. So close the broken pipe, hold primary tool action button, and drag the mouse or thumbstick down. Release the action and drag up. Okay. Ah, I see. So we just... we click and drag. Okay, that's perfect. So not only was the street flooded, we had a broken pipe, and our backyard's flooded as well. So it looks like we have another rake here. So we're going to pick that up. Oh, that's not another rake. That's the rake that we did have, sorry. I forgot that we dropped our own rake. Okay, so we want to pick up the light. Okay, so let's grab this light here. Perfect. And it wants us to set the light up over here. So I'm assuming so it's illuminating this puddle. Okay, let me pick that up again. If we put it... So we want it facing this way, like this. So it's facing into this puddle. Turn on the sight light. Okay. We turned it on. So pick up the shovel, look at the shovel, and interact. Okay, no problems. So we're going to go... where is the shovel? Oh, it's there. Okay, we have the shovel. Dig a path through the dirt. Clear the water to make it flow to the neighbor. Okay, so do we have terraforming dirt as well? Oh, we do! So not only do they have water physics, they have, like, terraforming physics in this game as well. This is going to be insane. So as we move... Look at the water flowing as we move away the dirt. That's so cool. The physics are really good here. This is actually blowing me away. This is better than I thought it would be. So we're going to keep digging. I'm assuming we want the water to flow into that hole there. So if we keep digging this... Look at the water just about to flow in. One more. And the water's going to begin flowing downhill here. There we go. And we don't want to dig ourselves too deep into the hole here. So the water's draining into the neighbor's backyard. Are we actually digging a hole into the back? We've just drained our backyard into the neighbor's backyard. I don't think he's going to be too happy about that. That's quite funny, though. So clear a path, dig a path through the dirt so the water flow to the neighbor's backyard. We're kind of doing that now. Let's just make this a bit wider so we can get more water through. Okay, perfect. And we'll keep digging on this side as well. Perfect. We have a whole lot of water flowing through here now. There we go. So it's rapidly flowing through into the neighbor's backyard there. Although we can't really see a whole lot because it's pretty dark over there. Okay, and you can see in the top left-hand corner where it says backyard, that's rapidly going down. So pick up the bucket, secondary action to scoop the water, and primary to dump the water. Okay, so we're going to pick up the bucket, and we're going to scoop the water with the left mouse button, and then the right mouse button, we're going to dump it over there. Perfect. We're going to scoop some more water up. It's really dark out here. I can barely see anything. And then we're going to throw this over there. Perfect. Okay, scan the remaining water using the scan action to find the remaining water. So if we press tab, okay, so we can see the water here. So it's giving us a highlight of where the water is and where we need to get rid of it. Perfect. So if we scoop up this bit of water here, and then we dump it over there. Perfect. Okay, so let's go and grab the pump. Okay, so we've got the pump here, so we're going to grab the pump. Move to basement 8 entrance. Okay, so we're going to put that there. And then we're going to want to place the pump in the water. We've done. Okay, so I'm assuming this is where it's going to be pumping the water out of. The water is going to be coming out of this tube here. So if we put the pipe there, it's going to pump the water out through this cable. Through this tube, I should say, through this hose. It's going to go into our little diggy patch, our little kind of bunker that we built, and it's going to flow into the neighbor's backyard over there, which is really hard to see now that it's really dark. Okay, so let's go back down. What else do we need here? How do we turn this on? Press E to turn on. Okay, we've turned... Do we not have to plug it into a power socket? Okay, bring the nozzle out. Okay, I didn't have it correct. I didn't have it in the correct area. The game didn't like that because I didn't have it in the correct area. Okay, so now we have it in the correct area. Let's put the hose there. Okay, it says pick up the generator. Why is it telling me to pick up the generator? Okay. I've picked up the generator. Oh, the generator. I'm picking up the water pump. What am I doing? I'm such an idiot. Okay. Guys, I was getting confused about what I was doing then. Okay. So we've picked up the pump and the generator. For some reason I was thinking it was the same thing. I'm such an idiot. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, so we want to pick this up. We want to put this over here. Okay, we're going to place the generator. Okay, and okay, we'll turn that off for a minute. So we want to pick up the power here. We want to connect this into the pump down here. Perfect. And then we want to turn that on. Oh, we need to turn the generator on first. So the generator is on. And then we want to turn on... Oh, jump over this. Perfect. And now it's going to start draining the water. And the water levels should be going down. Yeah, look at that. Let's go back up and check our pipe up here. Look at the water physics. It's so good. And it's dumping all of the water out from in our basement, out into our backyard, into the neighbor's backyard. I love that. The first episode of Drain Sim, and we're literally draining the backyard, and we're draining our basement into the neighbor's backyard. The neighbor's going to come home, or the neighbor's going to wake up in the morning, and our backyard is going to be, like, pristine. It's going to be a little bit wet from the storm, but his backyard's going to be, like, 10 foot underwater, and ours is going to be perfect. I think he's going to be pretty peed off about that, though. Okay, how's our basement looking? Are we, Yeah, look at this. We're near enough completely drained down here. This is perfect. Absolutely beautiful. It's doing a fantastic job. We can see the water being drained into the pump there as well. Wow, what a cool game. This is such a cool concept. I love these indie Steam games. They're so creative. This one is really good as well. Okay, grab the rake again. Okay, so we want to go and grab... Oh, getting stuck in the staircase. It's glitching out on the stairs a little bit there. Okay, so we want to grab the rake, it says. Okay, perfect. And then unclog the big drain again. Okay, so we need to go back. While that's draining, it looks like we need to go back to the front here. And we need to unclog this drain over here. Oh, wow, that's really clogged up. Look at that. Okay, so we're going to unclog this. There's a lot of debris and whatever else is stuck in here. I dread to think what's in this pile. I don't really want to know. Okay, perfect. Pick up the squeeze in the meantime. Pick up the squeegee. In the meantime, let's clean up the remaining water on the street. Okay, do we want to clean this one as well? Just to make sure. Pick up the squeegee, it said. Okay, so we have the squeegee. So we're going to pick up that. Okay, perfect. And then it looks like we're going to press the rest of the water. Hold a secondary action to see where the... secondary action to move water towards the drains. Okay, so we want to get this. And we want to... was that literally it? I didn't even do anything. Okay, let's do this properly, or we're not going to do it at all. Come on, guys. We're out here in the storm. You know, we're pushing the water. And we're going to push this towards the drain. Perfect. Okay. So, grab the water vacuum. Use it to clear the rest of the basement quicker. Okay. So, let's go back to the backyard. Could you imagine running around at like 2 o'clock at night in the middle of a storm? Like, trying to drain this stuff? It would be crazy. Okay, so we have a water vacuum. Okay, so we want to go back down to the basement here. It looks like we can actually... Okay, I'm going to turn that off because that looks like that's completely finished. So... Okay. Okay, we'll keep vacuuming here. Perfect! Remove all the remaining water from the area to finish the level using vacuum and squeegee. Okay, so... let me say that again. So using the vacuum and the squeegee. So let's just press this. So we can see that there's still a bit of water remaining here. So I'm just going to keep vacuuming for the meantime. Perfect. So our basement is complete. Vacuum and squeegee. So if we go up here, let's turn that off as well because we don't want that running if we don't need it to. Is there a way to dump the water? Oh, there it goes. Don't go back in the basement. Don't go back in the basement. Okay, so it's running. Look, the water physics is running down into that hole there. So we press the left mouse button to hoover it up. And then we press the right button to kind of dump it. Okay, perfect. So we need to get rid of this remaining water by the look of it. I think I dumped a whole lot of it back in here. Oops. Okay, so that was a bit of a test. I hadn't used this vacuum before, so do excuse me on that, guys. Okay, so there you go. We're going to dump it into there, and it's going to go into the next door neighbor's backyard there, which is perfect. So, where was our... What did we do with our squeegee? Did we leave our squeegee down here? Is that it there? Yeah, that's our squeegee. So, we're going to want to go back up here. And if we brush our... So if we brush all of the water... Does that work if we brush the water over here? We've got water... Yeah, we've got some water here. So we're going to brush this into the hole here. Let's just keep... Yeah, so backyard is going down if we do this. Perfect. So we're going to keep squeegeeing water over here. I don't know if that got much there, but... Okay, it looks like there's a whole lot along this kind of side wall here. So we want to brush it from the grass here. Yeah, there's a whole lot in the grass here. So we're going to brush this over here. Perfect. That can go back into the hole there. Where else have we got some? We got some on this grass here as well. So let's just make sure... Let's kind of move this around. Perfect. We're going to brush all of this into here. Again, that can kind of go into there. Let's just make sure we're getting rid of all of this. Back in there. I don't know if there's a whole lot left here. There's some on this grass here as well. So let's just make sure we're getting rid of that. Okay, and it's saying that the water level overall, backyard is going up. Okay, so I think what we want to do we want to scrape this stuff into the hole down here? Yes, that's what we want to do. Perfect. So we're going to keep... Yes! There we go! We did the first mission. Great job. $1,300. Let's go. So that was our very, very first challenge here on Drain Simulator. I think that was a pretty good tutorial to get us started here. So we're going to go to keep playing. No, we want to go back to the garage. So select missions equipment, get mission intel between missions. And we've got I hate my neighbor, local infrastructure survives.
Has somehow been completely drained. No city crew, no paperwork, just gone. Locals report seeing some guy wandering around with a plunger on his belt. Mysterious. Also, one garden in the area was discreetly drained into the neighbor's yard through a gap in a fence that, according to several chatty residents, was supposed to be fixed months ago. Coincidence? Spite? An elaborate passive-aggressive art piece?
So there we go. I mean, how funny is that? The first mission, we drained our yard into the neighbor's yard. I think that's quite funny. So let's crack on here with the next mission. So how do we go to our next mission? So we want to go on to here. And our next mission, Midtown Market, 10 a.m. Canal to pipe water into a flooded cafe. Okay, so select tools. So what are we going to need here? So it doesn't say specifically what we're going to need, but I'm assuming water vacuum, pipe wrench, rake, bucket, shovel, squeegee, pump, generator. I don't think we're going to need a pipe wrench. I'll keep it anyway. So our weight is 61 out of 180, so we've got loads. We can take loads of stuff. So we can basically take 2 sets of lights, and we've got 1 of everything, and we're still way under the weight limit here, which is perfect. Okay, so let's go on to our next mission, Midtown Market. Use the nearby river to get rid of the water quicker. Okay. So what kind of chaos are we going to get into? This is our real first mission. I mean, that one that we just did was the tutorial, but emptying our yard into the neighbor's yard, that still kills me. That's so funny. Okay, so we're on to our first real mission outside of the tutorial now. Okay, so pick up, tap to turn on, okay. Oh, okay, so we've got all of our bits and pieces here. Okay, so let's pull up our map. Let's see exactly where we need to go here. So we have back alley, and then it looks like we have the street over there as well. Okay, so let's put away our map. Let's grab all our bits and pieces. So we're going to grab our pump. We're going to go grab our inflatable. We're going to grab our vacuum. What was that? That was our spade. I'm not sure if we're actually going to need that, but I'll take it anyway. Okay, number 5. We're going to grab our generator. We're definitely going to need our generator. We've got squeegee. Okay, and we've got lights as well. So we're definitely going to need the lights. So let's grab our lights as well. And then finally, we'll grab this one as well. Perfect. I think that should be okay for now. We've got our pumps, and we've got pumps, we've got shovels, spades, buckets, all kinds of things here. So we should be okay for the meantime. Let's go and check out what we're dealing with here. Wow, look at this. We're like half a foot underwater. Wow, this is crazy. The entire street is just flooded. Okay, so what we want to do what we did on the tutorial. So where is our rake? So what we want to do, we want to start heading for these drains. So we want to look for the drains here. Let me grab my map here. So if we go... Oh, God, that's really glitchy. Okay, so if we have a... Yep, there's one drain there. Okay, perfect. So we're going to start off grabbing these drains before we do anything else. Okay, we've got one there. I'm assuming if we just keep going straight... Yep, there's another one there. Okay, we're going to grab that, and that's going to start draining for us. Perfect. And again, we can see the overall water level in the top left-hand corner, just above where my lovely face is. Let's just keep looking. Okay, we've got another one here. Okay. And is there any more? Let me pull up the map. And I think that's the last one. So we're going to go over to this side, and then we're going to go back, and we're going to replicate exactly what we just did but on the other side here. Listen to that beautiful sound of draining water. That's exactly what we want. Okay. And then we'll just keep checking along here. There's another one there. We're going to be the hero of the town here. Like, everyone's going to be talking about us. Everyone's going to want to employ our services. And we're going to be very, very rich indeed. That's the dream, anyway. We can start up our own, declogging service. Is there another one over here somewhere? There it is. But we do have to bear in mind, as the water drains, more debris is going to fall into these drains as well. So we do have to keep them clear. There's another one here. Okay, perfect. And I think that's it. And then there's might be another one over here. Beautiful. Okay, perfect. So I think that's pretty much all the drains being declogged. We can see there in live time as the water's draining as well. It's all turning from red to green and yellow, which is exactly what we needed it to do. Didn't mean to press that. Let me just go back over this way. I think there may be some drains over here that we're missing. Yeah, there's some over here as well. Okay. I thought this was the edge of the map, so I didn't think there would be any more drains over here. Okay, let's just grab that. Okay, that one's done. And we're going to go over to this side, and there's probably one here. Okay, perfect. Is that... Yep, so that's going to drain. We've also got... Maybe over here? We've got a whole bunch of rubbish here. I don't know if that's going to do anything. But there is a lot of water over here. We may need to use our vacuum here. I'll come back over and search this area a little bit later. So that's draining. That's draining. Let's keep going. That's draining. Perfect. There's a little bit more kind of... let's just make sure that we're declogging these as they're kind of filling in. Just back it up a little bit. Okay, we can't actually do any more with that at the moment. Okay, this one needs declogging again. Just keep raking it. Perfect. And we're just going to keep checking these drains for the meantime. That one's looking okay. Keep moving along. That one's getting a little bit bigger, so let's start declogging this one again a little bit. It might not let us... It might have to get to a certain size before you can declog it. That one's looking good. Okay, so we can't actually do much with that at the moment. Okay, that's not a problem. And let's go and check over here. So what's going on over here? Oh, we have a flooded cafe by the look of it. Okay, so it seems like there is a cafe in dire need. So we've already put down the pump here. So we're gonna set up the generator, preferably not to put it in the water. So we're gonna set it up here on the bar. Then we're gonna grab our power cable. We're gonna attach our power cable into there, into the back of the pump. Perfect. And then we're gonna turn our generator on. We're gonna turn our pump on. And it's going to start flowing the water outside into the street, which is brilliant. Let's grab our rake. And let's make sure that the street is indeed... oh, that's the shovel. I don't want the shovel, the rake. So let's make sure that these drains are clear so that our cafe water can flood into the street and then down into these drains. So that would be perfect. Grab our water vacuum. If I can grab the right... There it is. So let's grab our water vacuum and let's also get rid of the water in here. So we're going to vacuum up this water. Help the pump at the same time. So we're just going to go along. We're going to get rid of this water. Grab all of this. Just vacuum up as much as we possibly can. Vacuum full. Okay, we want to dump the water. So I'm going to go over to where the drain is. And I'm going to dump it on top of the drain so it can flood a lot easier there. Okay, and we're going to grab our rake again. There you go, perfect. So it's going straight down the drain here. I do want to make sure that that's not being blocked up though, because it does look like a little bit of debris is kind of blocking that. So, perfect. But it is flowing down. That's very, very nice. Okay. And we've still got our water flooding out of here as well. So I'm going to grab my squeegee. Where is my squeegee? Number... I have to make sure I'm getting the right keys here. I think that's... Nope, I don't want to push it that way. So we're going to grab our squeegee. And we're going to press this. And we're going to push it. We're going to push the water this way. Because we want to push it towards the drains here. So we're going to keep pushing it down here. And then we're going to keep pushing it over here towards the drains as well. I don't know how much that's going to help, but I hope it helps to some degree. And it looks like... So it looks like that's done. Perfect. So we're going to turn that off. We're going to turn that off. We're going to grab our squeegee. And we're going to keep pushing the water again back towards these drains. And I hope that they're not blocked up still. So we're going to keep pushing. Yeah, man, look at this water physics. I know I keep going on about it, but it's so good. And it's going to be draining all the way down there, which is perfect. So we're just going to keep pushing the water towards the drain. Keep getting rid of it from over here. Just keep moving it over towards the drain there. Perfect. There's a whole bunch of water here, though. So we're going to have to use our squeegee a little bit. Keep going here. And just keep pushing it over this way. I love the water. I love the water physics here. This is so satisfying. Just like pushing along water with the squeegee during the middle of a storm here. So let's keep going. Gonna keep pushing it over that way. Just keep sweeping it down the street towards the drains so it can disappear. And I just want to get my rake out again. Because again, I don't know how big you have to let this get before you can... Okay, it's just not letting us sweep it away at the moment, so that's okay. But I mean, look how much we've reduced the water here. This is really great. So let's just do a few more. Let's do a few more kind of... Oh, that's the rake. I want to make sure I'm getting the right thing here. Where's my squeegee number 5? Okay, so let's just keep... again, let's just keep pushing the water over here. Keep going. Just keep pushing it towards the drains. The fact that it's raining isn't exactly helping us right now. Okay, and just keep pushing it over there towards the drains. That's great. And we'll push some over towards that drain there as well. Perfect. And it's going right down that drain there. Beautiful. Okay, so we've got rid of most of the water over here. So what we also want to do... it looks like there's a bunch of water behind the bar here as well. So what we're going to have to do... We're going to have to go back to this. We're going to pick this up. And we're going to put this behind the bar. And we're going to put that there. And then we're going to... Hopefully this can fit outside. Perfect. So that can go outside. And again, we want to turn that on. And turn that on. Where is our... where is the power cable gone? Okay, I've got the power cable here. So we're going to push that in there. And we're going to connect that up to there. And it should start draining the water outside, hopefully. Perfect. Is that connected? Turn it on. Okay, brilliant. No! No, 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 no! It's coming back in! Turn it off! It was coming back in! That scared the life out of me. Oh my god. Okay, so we're going to pick this up. We're going to make sure it's actually outside. I mean, the water was coming back inside. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. I can't believe I was actually pushing the water back inside. Okay, let's grab our squeegee. And again, we want to start brushing it down the street here into the drains again. Is this drain still flooding? Still flowing. Yep, it's still flowing. Perfect. Man, we've got so much water to get rid of here. Okay, it looks like we've got all the water out of here, which is perfect. So we're just going to keep shoving it down the street. Let's keep going. Just keep flowing it down the street there. Beautiful. And this should get rid of itself. Beautiful. Okay, so is... Yeah, okay, so that's perfectly done. So we're going to pick that up. We're going to pick this up. Is there a little bit of water left in here? Put that there. Wait, hang on a minute. Where is this connected to? Okay, I'm just going to pick this up. I don't think we need this for the moment. So let's grab our... let's go back with our vacuum here. Let's just vacuum up the rest of this water. Let me turn that off. Okay, and it says in the top left-hand corner there's a little bit of water left in here. So I just want to get along the steps here. Okay, perfect. Let's just keep grabbing this stuff. And it looks like there's some behind the bar as well. So, oh god, that was our squeegee. We've almost got the cafe done. Okay, vacuum is full. Let's go back outside. And let's continue to dump this over by the drains. Let's put it over in this drain over here. Dump. Wow. It can actually carry a whole lot of water. It really can. But that's going to flood over there. Perfect. And back in... There's literally the tiniest bit of water in here. Ah, there it is. We got the cafe. Yes, let's go. Brilliant job there. Okay, perfect. So, let's go back over to our empty slot. What did I just throw over there? Let me grab that. We want to grab... Sorry, guys. It's just sometimes the controller's a little bit tricky with all these different buttons here. I'm still getting used to this. Okay, so we've done the cafe here. It says the right. So it looks like we do want to get rid of some of this water here as well. Let's pull up our map quickly. So we do have a bunch of water over here. So it looks like we're just going to need to continue pushing this over into the drains. So let's just keep emptying this side of the street. And we should be pretty good in a minute. You can see it says on the right there. It's actually going up. What the hell? Perfect. We've done the right. Let's go. Amazing. So we've got that done. That's great. Okay, so where do we want to go to next? So we want to go to the waiting area. Okay, so let's go over here. So this center area here, the sitting area. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have to pump this out. Okay, so again, we're going to have to get our trusty pump here, if I can press the right button. So we're going to want to grab this. We're going to want to set up our generator here. So we're going to put that on the side. We're going to grab our cable. We're going to connect that into our pump. And also, we want to grab, go back to this. Let me just pick this up 1 second. So I'm going to feed this directly into the drain there. Let me pick this up. Oh, no. These buttons are a little bit complicated. Do apologize for this, guys. Where's my power cable? That's going to connect into there. And I'm an absolute idiot. I really am sometimes. Let me go to my empty hand. I'm going to need to pick this up. Put that in there first. That makes a lot more sense. Put it straight into the drain. Then we want to connect it up. Perfect. There we go. And we're draining straight into this. We're draining straight into this drain now. So this should be good. And let's grab our squeegee. And again, we're just going to want to kind of shove it back over towards this drain. Keep pushing it back. Keep pushing it back. Make sure it flows into there as well. Brilliant. Keep pushing it back this way. And again, I can't get over these water physics. They're so impressive. Okay, that's draining down there. That's perfect. So we're going to get our trusty rake here. Why does this not want to go away? Okay, it looks like we have the street lights coming on here. Okay, so this is almost drained now. Almost drained, kind of. We've got to drain this side as well. Oh, wow. This is going to take a hot minute to do this. Okay, I'm just going to leave that one for now. Okay, that's draining. That's beautiful. Let's keep it going. Pushing this back over. Okay, is this almost done at this point? It's a little bit, it's almost there. Almost there. We've still got a little bit to go. I love the fact that that's just draining. That's like, it's coming out of like this little pool area and it's going straight into that drain there. That's really, really nice. So we don't really have to do a whole lot. We just kind of brush this along, make sure that it's kind of staying in this general area, and make sure it's continuing to flow into that drain there, so to speak. But we do want to make sure that this isn't getting clogged up. So, nope, that's not the right one. That's not the right one. Where did I put my? That's my rake there. So I'm just going to try to get this clean if I can. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So that's draining. That's beautiful. And I think that's pretty much done there. So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to go straight over to here. I'm going to put this one. I'm going to put this one in here. Where's the nearest drain? Okay, the drain is there. So we're going to put this one here. We're going to put it. The problem is I don't want it to run back in. Okay, if we put it here, it's going to flow into this drain here. So I'm actually going to move this over here a little bit. So if we put that there and we allow it to flow straight into this drain, we're going to have to unclog that one once again, but that's not a problem. So we're going to go back over. We're going to grab our Jenny. Means draining as well, which is good. Okay, so we're going to put that one there. We're going to grab our power cable. Connect our power cable. Connect our power cable. We're going to turn that on. And we're going to turn that on. And it's going to start draining. I hope it's going to start draining. Did I just... I think I got rid of my... I got rid of my rake. Where's my rake? No. Where's the rake? There it is. Okay, I need the rake. Okay, it's annoying that it keeps dropping stuff on the floor. Okay, so let's go over here. Let's turn on the Jenny. I do need to get my rake back out there. Where is my rake? Okay, let's grab the rake. Let's just make sure this is unclogged. Perfect. And we're going to turn that one on. And it's going to start flooding over there, which is brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. And then what we're going to do, we're going to go back over here. And we do need to... there's a bit more water over here, I believe. So... let's keep grabbing this stuff here. Vacuum full of water. Okay. It looks like there's a lot more water in there than I thought. Okay. Okay, let's keep cleaning this up. Okay, perfect. We've done the sitting area. Great. We've done that sitting area. Let's just dump this on top of this drain here. Okay, those are going to flood into those drains, so that's perfect. Let's go back over here, and let's keep helping this area here as well. So we're going to hoover this up, as well as our pump going. Okay, it's full, so we're going to run over here, and we're going to dump it. We're going to dump it onto this drain here. And also, what we need to do, we need to. Where is my my rake? I need to get rid of this. I need to free up this drain here as well. Make sure that there's water flowing down here. If it wants to disappear, I hope it disappears. There we go. Perfect. So we've got water flowing down there. We've got water flowing down there. Perfect. That's full up. So we're going to dump this over here. Perfect. Sitting area number 2 done. Okay, so we're going to dump this over here. Okay, so that can go off. Oh, I'm stuck on that. Okay, that can go off as well. And we're going to grab back our pump there, and we're going to also grab back our Jenny for the moment because we don't need to use these. Perfect. Let's grab our squeegee, and let's just make sure we're pushing the water here towards these drains, making sure we're draining all the water we possibly can here. Okay, so let's check out our map here. So everything is looking not too bad compared to where we were at the beginning. I mean, everything's like green and yellow now, so everything is looking much better. But we do have that flooded area next to the river where our truck was parked at the beginning of the level. So we will have to get over there, and we will have to drain that kind of big puddle of water. But we just want to clear up things around here, make sure everything looks nice and tidy before we move on to the final kind of stage of this mission. But it's kind of giving us a grasp of what this game is about. So you have to kind of try and plan about, you know, there's water over here. How are we going to drain it? How are we going to do this area? And, you know, you kind of have to think a bit of ahead of kind of like your plan of attack, so to speak, about, you know, the way that you're going to do things, the tools that you're going to use, and all that kind of stuff. So sitting area is done. Sitting area 2, the center is done. The sitting area number 1 is done. The right needs to get done a little bit more. We haven't finished the right. So this is still draining by the sound of it. So let's just push stuff over towards the drain here. And let's get our... that's not right. Let's get the rake out and let's just get rid of that. Make sure that's draining correctly. And we're going to make sure this one is draining correctly as well. If we can get rid of this little bit here. Sometimes it doesn't always want to disappear, so, I mean, it is what it is. And what we're going to do is to get the last little bit along here, we're just going to come in here and we're just going to try and hoover up some of this bit here. Perfect. And now we've done the right, so that's fantastic. Okay, so everything should be looking relatively okay along this area here. That's fantastic. Okay, so all those areas are done, so we want to head back over to our truck, which was over this direction. So I think we've got all of our equipment. Yep, we've got all of our equipment in tow, which is good. So the one thing we do have as well, we have this gigantic puddle here, kind of where our truck was. That's our truck there in this gigantic puddle. But we have a river over here. This should be relatively easy because the river is here, so we can just pump the water down this kind of crevice into the river here. So what I'm going to go ahead as well, we don't actually have any floodlights, but that's okay. We don't really need them. So let's grab our generator. We're going to set our generator up here. We're going to grab our pump. We're going to put our pump right smack bang in the middle. And then we're going to funnel it into this area here, which is great. And we want to grab our power cable and connect our power cable up. Then we're going to turn on our generator and turn on our pump. Perfect. And then it's going to start sending the water down into the river. Beautiful. Look at that. Man, I just love this. I could just watch this all day long. Look how soothing that is. Just to get rid of all that water. and flowing down there. Very, very nice indeed. And you can see there in the top left-hand corner, you can see the water level overall. That's really diminishing as well. That's getting a lot smaller. So we've nearly completed this level, I believe. So it's going into that river. That's beautiful. If we get our... Actually, let's get our vacuum out. And let's just vacuum this up as well. I'm just going to come through here. I'm just going to vacuum up as much water as I can. This is going to be really satisfying. So we're going to stand here. We're going to vacuum up all this water. Right? And then we get to stand here. And then we're just going to go dump. And we're going to dump it all into that crevice there. Look at this. This is so satisfying. Just going to go round in circles. Hoovering up. Getting rid of all this water. Beautiful. We finished the level there, guys. There we go. Great job. $1,100 to be added to the, I think it was $1,200 from the first mission. So let's go back to our garage. Successful mission there.
Downtown cleanup crews are scratching their heads today after waking up to find the entire Midtown Market area, previously one big urban swimming pool, completely drained. Still no official explanation, but guess who was spotted again? Yep, that same mystery figure. Plunger on the belt, attitude unknown. Oh, and the beloved corner cafe? Also dry. Locals are thrilled, though the owner reportedly wants to thank whoever did it with at least 3 free croissants and a hug. So, who is this guy? A rogue plumber? A wet-footed vigilante? Or just someone who really missed espresso?
I would do with those 3 croissants. I'll take those 3 croissants, no problem. Looks like we got some pizza in here. But yeah, I mean, there we go, guys. So that's kind of our first mission and the tutorial, and that's kind of what this game is about. Unclogging the drains, unclogging the streets, you know, getting rid of all the water, deflooding the area, and it's a lot of fun. And how do we turn this radio off? Bear with me 1 second. Options, audio. I'm just going to turn the music down for a second. Let me just apply that. Yeah, so, I mean, that's kind of our first outing into the world of Drained Sim. Guys, if you do enjoy this video and you do like this series and want to see more of it on the channel, hit the like button, consider becoming a subscriber, leave a comment down below if you're playing it yourself, and what you think about it, what you think about this game. I mean, the physics are incredible, the graphics are actually really good for this kind of small indie sim game, and I'm definitely going to be playing more of this on the channel, so make sure you do come back, tune in again, and we'll be doing another video in a day or so. Cannot wait to get back into it. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you in the next video.